Welcome back to Air and Ash. It's What's Up Wednesday again. I don't feel like doing a full setup today, so this is what you're getting. It's funny, so a lot of people are obviously celebrating 420 in a very different way. And if you decide to smoke, enjoy. It's interesting though, so today is slightly different for me, or my experience, I should say. Today would have been my old dog's 14th birthday, and that was the thing that I thought about when I woke up this morning. It was he passed away just before turning 13 last year, and I've definitely grieved his loss. And then obviously now I have Bentley here, my new little buddy. And it was interesting though, like waking up this morning and realizing that it would have been Herc's birthday, and I felt a little sad. Of course, anybody who's ever gone through any type of loss and grief or anything like that had an impact on your daily life, it affects you. And so this morning I had this thought, right? And I was like, okay, well, how am I really going to spend my day? What is going to make me appreciate sort of when he was here and not feel so much of the loss as that. And so the first thing I really did was I got dressed and I took Bentley on a walk, and we went to the park. And before I even got to the park, I started already feeling better. I started feeling different. And instead of checking out of the emotions that we don't want to feel, instead of ignoring them, instead of covering them up, I suggest diving in. Right? Truly accepting and feeling into the emotion that's there, because when we don't do that, it's just going to come up again and again and again, and especially with loss and grief of any kind. That's just the way that we're built as humans. So I was walking and I could instantly feel, I was like, okay, I'm just feeling into the loss of him, but at the same time, I'm looking at Bentley going, I have my new little buddy, I have gratitude for him and his little smile and everything else. I could totally cry. And it was interesting because it took me, oh my God, literally on my digital frame. I don't know if I'm going to show you guys this, but maybe if it'll let me turn it around. I don't think it will. So this is a photo of me playing with Hercules in my front yard when I lived in Virginia. I think it's interesting that just came up. So, yeah, it was just one of those moments where I'm like, you know what? I'm so appreciative that I had him for almost 13 years. Every day I got to spend quality time with him. And then at the same time, I'm looking at Bentley and going, this is amazing. I already have, my new companion. And it's interesting that I think that we have the capacity to feel grief as well at the same time as feeling joy. And I think most people would say that, and especially energy burgers, I think most people would say that that's not possible, that you can't hold two opposite frequencies at the same time. But I completely disagree. Just to be real, I completely disagree. I think we can feel gratitude at the same time as feeling loss, because that's the realest fucking experience that we have. Constantly having to choose our focus and deal with our emotions, and you pick yourself up again. You know what I mean? And it wasn't just that, it was partially last year. I don't think I talk a lot about this on here, but I might as well just put it out there. Last year, early to mid-year, I went through an extreme amount of loss sort of at the same time. And loss to me means different things. It was a breakup, and then my dog died, and then my divorce went through. And it was holy shit. I'm just being real. It was pretty intense, and it was opening, right? When the world sometimes gets that heavy on you, I think in some ways it sort of breaks your heart wide open. And it's meant to be. And I hate to say that to anybody who's really going through it right now, but it is meant to be. Who I got to decide to be beyond that point was epic. And it was, like I said, incredibly difficult and also freeing at the same time. Even Hercules was sick for the last couple years of his life. And so there was even freedom in the loss. And people don't talk about that. Yeah, and I kind of like, I always talk to people in person about the lack of, people being real, especially on social media sometimes, and just even in real life, the pieces that we show each other and the pieces that we don't. And this is one of those pieces for me, at least, So anyway, I'm walking, he's playing. By the time I got back home, I literally felt like I had already let that emotion not be covered up, but I allowed it to work through. Not push it back down, not ignore it, not go, well, I have a positive life and therefore blah, blah, blah. It's like, that doesn't fucking help you. It doesn't help you at all. Dealing with the emotion and truly seeing it for what it is, the full picture, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything, and who you can also be on the other side it's a pretty amazing journey. It's a pretty amazing journey to be human. And yeah, it's, I think, another piece that people don't really talk about. So I don't know if you're dealing with any type of grief or loss or anything like that, or even just loss of self in some way, let it work through you, and then see the full picture for what it really is, and then decide to move forward. But don't just try to positive your way through it. I call that, it's like spiritual bypassing, basically. And it doesn't help you grow, and it doesn't actually help you feel better in a week from now when it comes back up, and another from that. So yeah, I don't know. I guess that's my mini message for today. I hope you gained something from it, and reach out if you need help. That's it. All right. Love you guys. Bye.